Thank you everybody for coming. The link between Vitale Barberis Canonico and Gladson is a very, very strong one. We have been working to these Fabric Academy sessions for a long time. Tonight we are going to share with you some ideas about fabrics and about style through fabrics. First of all, very often we listen to the word elegance to be a little bit abused. Elegance as the drop of Angostura bitters in a cocktail. I think that this, in some ways, is the secret. Is having a drop of something in a context, and something that maybe is out of place sometimes. I think that Italians are very good in creating garments, and in Italy there are more than 700 tailors, and each one has its own style, of course. And I think that the capability, the talent, the genius of each tailor in Italy is to have a cocktail of different ingredients in their jackets. We design every year more than 5,000 different styles, okay? So we have a lot of icons, of iconic fabrics in our collection, but still these are a few pillars of our collection. Through the details of the jackets, we are trying to understand what's Naples, and through this jacket we are going to understand some details, some characteristics of our fabrics as well. Okay, so first of all, what makes the difference? Even if maybe you think it's a really small detail, but in tailoring, the devil is in details, always. And one of the main characteristics that you are going to see distinguish one jacket from another, one tailoring school from another, is the dart. Okay, is an extended dart that is going from the chest pocket down to the back of to the skirt of the jacket. To the Neapolitan, this is the only way to make a sexy jacket, a jacket that is really close to your skin, that is very soft. Okay, so two different schools. And then another detail is the barchetta chest pocket. Barchetta means small boat, okay, so this very round chest pocket. Then, okay, minimal lining, okay, so almost like a shirt, a generous, a wide lapel, and a backward-oriented shoulder seam. This is something that can be, is a little bit too technical, but again, is cultural. It belongs to Italy because the Neapolitan tailors, they are used saying that this backward-oriented seam is helping the collar of your jacket to hug you as a friend, come un amico. So it's what they say, and I think it's very, very original, and in some ways is again a symbol of Naples as a city. And then, okay, we have the soft shoulder that everybody knows. So basically, is unlined, is unstructured, is unpadded, is, I would say, in one word, is the un-jacket. Okay, the Neapolitan jacket is the un-jacket. Okay, so Naples is a place, okay, the seaside, it remembers us, summer, holidays. So we decided to interpret it with the woolen mohair, okay? That is one of the icons of Vitale Barberis Canonico collection, and that is one of the icons of the Gladson collection. A few characteristics of this fabric, okay? During the summertime, if you see someone with some trousers with a crease that is as sharp as a razor, probably is wearing woolen mohair, okay? So mohair is very well known to be a fiber with a special luster, with a special sheen. That makes mohair good for evening wear as well, okay? And then, talking about mohair, I mentioned you about the microns. Of course, is a very thick fiber, so it means that it's very crease resistant. It is a fiber that is very resilient, so it has a long memory. It is able to go back to its previous conditions very easily. So it's perfect for a travel suit, okay? Even if the micron is very is very high. It's a very good fabric for traveling. And to combine with wool, you have the softness on one hand and the performances of mohair on the other. Florence is the proportion, is the city of the Renaissance. So it's not for excesses, it's for like the equilibrium, okay? First of all, no darts, okay? So in the Florentine jacket you have no darts. Second, something that is really easy to recognize, probably this is the most recognizable thing, is the rounded fronts of the jacket. So, and then a natural looking spalla cadente, or they say spalla piovente, spiovente, like a roof, come un tetto. And then, of course, here as well, wide lapel, but a little bit smaller usually than the Neapolitan ones, okay? Okay, we imagine this jacket in a revenge fabric. The revenge fabric is one of, I would say, one of the icons of our collection. So, revenge is the victory of quality over image. Okay, with revenge, 2 is the magic number. I mean that in revenge, if you remember, with revenge, if you remember the number 2, it's okay. Why? Because it's a 2x2 construction, so it's a twill. And then because it's a 2-ply both ways. Okay, that's very important because a fabric that is a 2-ply is, of course, first it lasts long, okay? It lasts longer, then it's more crease resistant because you have 2 yarns together that work in the same direction, trying to enhancing the resilience of the fabric. They are made with, they are yarn dyed fabrics. So it means that even when you see a solid blue, it's never dyed in a blue water. I mean, it's always obtained mixing together, blending together 2 different blues. So that means that the color is more complex, it has more personality, and of course it gives a kind of 3-dimensional effect to the fabric and more depth. Okay. So revenge, a good compromise in terms of color complexity, durability, and resilience. Last jacket is the Milanese jacket. I decided to show you a double-breasted. It's a little bit more Milanese style in some ways, in the sense that Milan, as I told you, is a little bit more conservative city. It's the city of business, okay? So in some ways, it's more into this kind of fabrics, into this kind of style. Okay, what makes Milanese different? The dart, okay? That is a short dart. So from the pocket from the chest pocket to the pocket, and then so it's pretty small. So Neapolitan, long one, Florentine, no darts, and here a shorter one. Then second, the fact of this 6-on-1, 6-on-2 possibility. Okay, so you can decide to button your jacket in 2 different points. And then the padded shoulder, without any doubts, the padded shoulder, a little bit more constructed, is the typical of the Milanese style. And then the Milanese buttonhole. So it's a longer buttonhole that is very different from the Neapolitan. You can see it at first glance. It's almost 2 times as longer. And then the bison pocket. So for this fabric, this is a flannel for connoisseurs in some ways, okay? You can see this bulk and hairy surface, okay? But it's a little bit more, it's more versatile, it's easier a little bit. It's the woolen one. And of course, it's a special fiber. It's the response to light, okay? Because it's very matte. And this allows you to combine it with many, many good accessories. The density and the response to light of the fabrics are very similar. So it looks very, very balanced. This is the reason why for flannels you wear very often suede shoes, because they are matte as well. And then maybe cashmere ties, because again, the response to light is the same. So this is a small trick What I wanted to focus on that maybe you don't know is that flannel, when you look at the flannel, you see that the surface is not, even in planes, the surface is never exactly solid, okay? There is this kind of marble effect, okay? Again, three-dimensional effect, movement in the garment and in the fabric. Why? Because in this case, we produce an original woolen flannel, and we like calling it original because we don't dye the yarn, and we don't dye the top, the wool sliver, but we print it. Okay, this is what we used to have to create melange yarn. Okay, so what you see in the fabric is never a yarn dyed color. It's always a gray that has because the printing is never uniform, so it's always a little bit different. So you have white, you have black together, you have a black fiber close to a white one, and so on. So it's a gray, but it's a three-dimensional gray. And then, of course, some of the characteristics of the flannel is very soft, it's very warm, and then it's very versatile because, of course, is the perfect double-breasted suit for winter, but still is the perfect partner for a jacket, blue blazer that you can wear like in 1,000 occasions. Okay, so this was a very like short introduction about our collection. Milan is a very conservative city in Italy, is in northern Italy, so it's very, I would say, very close to Switzerland in some ways. So we are a little bit more rigid in this sense. So the jacket is more structured and blah blah blah. In Naples, it's close to the seaside, so it's a relaxed jacket. It's the Anne jacket, okay? Florence stands in between, okay? One of the secrets of this Italian style is, of course, the sprezzatura. It's a very complicated word because it contains, I would say, Italy in some ways, in this very short word. But the best definition that I ever read, and that I mentioned, I quote all over the world during my presentation, is the definition that Mr. Bruce Boyer, that we have the privilege to have tonight with us, has given in this book that is called True Style. Sprezzatura is a matter of reaching for perfection while cultivating the impression of never having given it a thought. It's the sense of ease, the air of never having prepared, that wins the day. The man whose all color coordinated is the one, we feel, who blatantly tries too hard. His clothing sends a clear message. He's insecure. Contrast this man with Fred Astaire, who often wore a button-down shirt with a double-breasted suit, something many fashion experts insist shouldn't be done. But Astaire went ahead and did anyway.